Today we will cover 3 benefits of why we should put a little effort in how we look, backed up by psychology, sociology, and social data. Okay, so let's begin with the psychological edge, also known as the Enclothed Cognition. So the Enclothed Cognition gives you 3 benefits. You boost your focus, believe it or not. It boosts your sense of confidence, and it elevates your mood. Now, these are secrets that most people that come from the minority background have known in order to survive in a white predominantly country. And the reason for it is the benefit of number 2, which is social and professional impact. So when you dress professionally, when you are put together, you will be taken more seriously because most people, they rely on first impression, an unconscious bias to give more credibility to the person dressed better. It gets communicated in an underlying bias on social interactions. So when you're networking, make sure that you look sharp, and the way you are presenting yourself is basically serving you as a natural conversation starter. Why do I say that people that are not white already know these things better than white people? Because most Asians, black and brown, have witnessed the discrimination that happens in every place that they go to in order to be taken into the same category as another white person. So I will use an example of a story because to make this point even more clear. My brother was a lot darker than me. And oftentimes, if I straighten my hair, I can actually pass by a white person. So a lot of people think I'm white. So I was able to observe the world from the angle of how they treated me and how they treated my brother. And it was horrific. For a very long time, he used to complain to me about racism. And I never took him seriously. I used to think that that was in his mind. But I did observe it. And it was kind of crazy that we would both be traveling and the security would always stop him and never me. To a point where one time we were at the airport in Prague and they took him to quarantine and interrogated and all that because he didn't shave. When he didn't shave for a day, he looked Arab, and Arabs are the most beautiful people in the world, especially the women. There's a reason why they choose to wear the hijab, and it's because they draw a lot of attention. They are absolutely gorgeous. And my brother was gorgeous, and in this world, if you look Arab, you are discriminated. Our world is brainwashed to think that terrorists are of brown skin and not white, the way most terrorists are. But because of this habit or trauma, or whatever you want to call it, it serves a purpose that it elevates your discipline, which is the topic of number 3. Personal discipline and identity. You feel good the second you look good. And you don't have to try very hard. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can be very simple. But basically the way you look, it's your self-expression. It's how you want to be seen. So when life throws curveballs on us, the easiest way to gain back control is by nurturing us. And that starts from the inside and the outside. And another segment that I will cover on the next YouTube, it's about the transformation that happens when you start elevating the way you present yourself to the world. You also attract really good opportunities. And that's what the law of vibration says, which is different from law of attraction, is the more you elevate your vibration by the way you look, you carry a whole different energy. And the second you enter a room, your energy is contagious. You will also notice other people will start mimicking you. They will like what they see and therefore they will copy. So you will become an inspiration and an upliftment to other people's habits. And these are positive habits. Imagine if we could live in a world where everyone loved themselves more. They would naturally feel more compassionate and more loving towards other people. There would be less competition. There would be less jealousy and envy. There would be less animosity. And there would be more of a beautiful expression of healthy individuals showing up, expressing their identity, and filling up a room with beautiful colors and styles and sense of fashion. Ultimately, that's always an inner expression. So when you see someone well dressed, understand that is not vanity. That is not narcissism. That is not them trying to gain everyone's attention. In contrary, that is an expression of self-love and an expression of self-respect. Because the way you show up to others, when you take a shower and you show up your best clean version, you are actually showing up with respect. Well, I hope this helps or inspires someone out there. If you don't have control over your life, you always have control of how you show up.